Before European settlement, the area along Mill Creek in what is now Waubonsee County was part of unorganized territory with Potawatomi Indian reservations. Kansas Territory opened to white settlers on May 30, 1853, and Waubonsee County was organized in 1859, initially as Richardson County. The name Paxico derives from Pasqua, or Pasqua, a revered Potawatomi medicine man who lived on the creek's banks in the mid-19th century, reflecting the region's indigenous heritage. Founding as a mill town, 1879 originally known as Strong Mill, the settlement was established in 1879 about 1 mile east of the current site on the north bank of Mill Creek. Early settler John Copp opened a general store and post office there in 1869, and a grist mill was built by John Reederer and the Stroud brothers in 1878, drawing farmers to process grain. A post office was officially named Paxico in 1881, marking the town's formal identity as a rural agricultural hub during Kansas's post-Civil War boom. Railroad arrival and official incorporation. 1886 The Chicago, Kansas and Nebraska Railway spurred growth by laying tracks nearby, prompting financier George Anderson to form the Paxico Town Company in 1886 and plat the modern town site on the south bank of Mill Creek. Incorporated as a city on December 30, 1886, Paxico became a classic railroad stop, facilitating trade and attracting German immigrants and African American exodusters fleeing Southern persecution after the Civil War. These newcomers, aided by the Kansas Freedmen's Relief Association, farmed and worked railroad jobs, diversifying the population. 20th century growth, challenges, and decline. By the early 1900s, Paxico thrived as a market town with shops, a hotel, and the mill operating until around 1913. The Rock Island Railroad, successor to the original line, connected it to broader networks, but the Great Depression in the 1930s triggered out-migration, especially among black residents who moved to urban centers like Topeka. The mill closed, and the railroad shut down in 1980, leading to economic stagnation, though the town maintained a small farming community. Modern revival and preservation. Late 20th century, present in recent decades, Paxico has reinvented itself as a tourist destination, leveraging its history with antique malls like Mill Creek Antique Mall, wineries such as Prairie Fire Winery, and art galleries. The historic district, featuring 4 restored 19th-century commercial buildings on Newberry Street, was added to the National Register of Historic Places in 1998. Today, with a population of about 210, 2020 census, it hosts events like the annual Blues Festival and preserves sites like the Bolton Wildlife Preserve, blending rural charm with cultural draws off I-70.